So, on the side of Appelez, we have two units of demis, one of them being the Royal Outdoor Griffites. We have one unit of Vanilla, Free Company Militia. We have four Flagellants, including one of them being, I think, the Tattersouls. Am I right? No, 4 units as well as, oh no, sorry. 4 units of Flagellants, 1 unit of the Unbreakable Sigmar Sons, only 1 Greatsword. Oh, okay, 2 Greatswords, that makes sense. 2 units of Spearmen, one Handgunner, 1 Free Company, and 1 Silver Bullets. A lot of diversity in his gun line, interestingly enough. As well as for the leadership, we have the General of the Empire, with a motion of toughness and stand your ground, as well as expectedly a Lore of Life caster with the net. So pretty interesting army. He wants to just hold, net, gun you down, and then charge forward. Pretty standard. On the other side of Riggsen, what do we have here? We have Hammer of the Witches. Very good artillery. Very good for hunting down enemy large units. We also have Boris Tauburn up in the air with his regen item. Is that his regen? Yeah, it is. The Minfang Runefang. Although he does not have Crushed or Weak, which is interesting. Very good choice also, because his enemy will not be under low leadership with those Flagellants, which he's expecting. His main line consists of 3 Flagellants as well, no, 3 Flagellants, as well as the Tarot Souls, along with Sigmar Sons. We have 4 units of Spears, 2 Handgunners and the Silver Bullets, as well as a Jade Wizard with Blood, as well as the AoE heal called Life Bloom. That's it. However, for the extra cannon and the extra spear defense, he is completely lacking in cavalry. Besides the aerial 1 unit of Boris Tauburn's cavalry. So right now, what has to happen is Appelez has to push up quickly and use his cavalry to great advantage, while Riggsen just needs to hold on and take his defensive formation to win. However, those spearmen really need to be able to hold down demis. I'm not sure how much they can. Boris is going to have a tough time ahead of him, having to deal with a Lore of Light caster with that net of Emmentar.
Let us go!
The Lore of Life, it's okay here, honestly. Sorry, Jade Wizard. Do you want that helping high health infantry? Which he only really has the 1 Greatsword. 2 Greatswords, sorry, interesting. So Riggsen also has 1 unit of Greatswords in the main line, while Appelez has 2 of them in the back line. So, let's see. So again, a lot of this is going to come down to how the cavalry is dealt with. If Appelez can maneuver his cavalry well enough, it's going to be a victory. If he can't, and gets caught and shot up, it's going to be a defeat. They are out for blood, according to the admin. There's a little bit of rivalry between these guys. So these artillery guys really want to be targeting the... which he, in fact, is. Ooh, there goes 1. Ooh, that was a really good hit, taking down extra 3. Yeah, 3. Math is hard. Alrighty. Moving up, our handgunners are crossing range. So these these Free Company militia are actually pretty bad in this fight, because they're pretty good against dealing with getting cap charge, but again, Riggsen is not bringing any of that.
No lingering. For the battle!
So yeah, 3 gunners, including Silver Bullets, versus 2.
In range.
To be honest. Opening fire against the Sigmar Sons, hitting some Free Company. Silver Bullets have a really nice position on that hill, while these Riggsen's guns are just shooting at the mainline infantry, which he does not need to care about as much as guns. It looks like he is changing formation though, and he is starting to aim for the guns, but at what cost? In the meantime, these Royal Outdoor Griffites are starting to push in a lot. 4 hangars being Yeah, these 3 company militia, he does not need to worry about too much. Like, they're not armor piercing. Uh-oh, here comes a net. Ooh, that net is actually really good. He's going to catch these gunners, and they're going to get charged by the infantry. While this is happening, the main line is charging. Wait, does Riggsen have a Lord of Lancaster? He does! Sorry, I missed that. He has 2 wizards. Interesting. So he's going to stop that charge. Uh-oh, but Forrest Harbinger just got caught, so he may get gunned down if his opponent manages to do that, but he is not. He's just charging to those flagellants. Flagellants don't care. They will take that charge any day of the week. They will not do well, but they will do very well. Especially when getting reinforced by those heavy greatswords. But wisely, Appelez will pull out. In the meantime, these Royal Avatar Griffiths are charging the rear of these 4 greatswords and going to do some really nice damage. In the meantime, these spears, which are supposed to be stopping those Griffiths, are just in the back doing nothing, while these handgunners of Appelez are doing some spear damage because they're not. But for these flagellants of Appelez, really need to just push a little bit forwards, do some damage. While this big cluster of guys seems to be going to Riggs, especially now that he is extra spearmen backing him up. But again, these cavalry really need to go around and do something. He really needs to just charge the rear or just charge that cannon. Even though the cannon is not doing that much damage, it is helping take out these demis on this flank, which seem to be not pulling out. Armor piercing of the great swords of the flagellants is not going to be a very good day. However, these guys will regroup. In the back lines over here, Forrest is charging down, trying to get some damage on the handgunners as well as the General of the Empire. But he's going to think better of that after all these handgunners are just going to turn around and light him up. And it looks like the Lord of Light Capture is going to help out. However, it looks like Riggsen is winning the middle. This back line of Appelez really needs to engage the main line, stop dealing with that general. He seems to fend them off. Oh wait, he's really nice damage being able to be done. Now it makes sense. He's devoting his units in the back to just rip apart general. He really needs to do this really quickly because that main line he's losing. Like these spears, they do not do much damage, but they hold a lot of units and allow more damage. Yeah, makes sense. And these spears being kept in reserve, we really need to stop these gunners from pushing forwards. In the meantime, another net goes down. Not really sure how the good is going to do. In the meantime, Boris is not having a good day up here on his Griffin. How much has he regen? Too much. He's taking a lot of damage in one fell swoop. Haha. How's the main fight going? It's hard to see, but the red is Riggs. So it looks like he is pushing forward, but he is losing on this left flank of his. So wisely, he is pushing forwards. But this Hammer of the Witches really needs to do something. Where are those other demis go? I don't even know. Lost track of them. I guess they got routed off. However, these demis, as I said before, are coming back because Riggs has nothing to catch them with. Oh no, here they are, right in the middle of the battle. Only 14 kills between them. Here comes Sigmar's sons coming to silence these handgunners, but they're going to get charged from behind by the Griffites. But again, this is the optimal unit to do this job. They have shields, they're unbreakable, and they just get hit with some friendly fire by those Hammer of the Witches. Ah, poor guys. This is above their pay grade. But yeah, these spears really need to watch out because Appelez is really pushing hard. This is a really close game. Each army is winning each flank, but in the back lines of Appelez, he's having some trouble. But again, this cavalry advantage is allowing Appelez to just run around and choose the targets he needs to, while making Riggs have to be a lot more receptive and reactive. Some gunners are targeting the Light Wizard. Knocking out pretty quick, but I'm not sure this is the best target. Especially at stage of the game when rumors of magic are so low. Here comes some artillery fire, trying to stop these Griffites. Boris Harbinger has come back, very wounded, only 9 kills to his name. The General of the Empire is not doing much, just staying alive. However, these handgunners are on this nice hill, just going to pepper down these remains of the infantry. For some reason, a flock of a net goes down. Oh, these flagellants, these 12 remaining guys are managing to break through the lines and silence this Hammer of the Witches. These guys are not going to do well, even though they outnumber them. But yeah, Riggs really needs to do something. He really needs to regroup his forces and take out the block's resistance, and then quickly push forwards. So right now, in this scattered fight, the Demigriffs and the scattered guns of Appelez is really going to pay off. Here comes a charge of the General of the Empire, stopping these great swords, which is very expensive. Not seeing much combat. Hammer of the Witches is going to manage to take down all the Demi, but again at the cost of the Empire. But again, they're just flags, he doesn't really care. And these valiant guys are fighting while being engaged by the flagellants. However, Forrest Tauber is going to come to the rescue and stop those flagellants while casually pushing some of these. However, Silver Bullet. Ooh, this is a close one. Hold the back lines. Like, the great swords of both flanks still exist. These taking out the General of the Empire. These just cutting through these swordsmen like butter. I would not want to be a swordsman. Here comes Boris knocking down some small units of flagellants that are remaining. Of Appelez have been eliminated, while the silver bullets still exist for Riggsen, who is managing to gun down some of these handgunners. Boris really needs to go and fly and just eliminate some of these guys, and make sure they do not come back. Over here, the great swords are actually being terrified by the outdoor Griffites, and 60 of them are rallying. This is not what you want at all. These spears are somehow pushing forwards. If it wasn't for these demis, this battle would have been won right here. The outdoor Griffites, they have extra stats, of course, but they also have terror, not just, which is paying off over here. However, Riggsen is looking to be pretty successful, except for these stupid greatswords. He really needs to just shoot and destroy these demis and greatswords, and then he'll win the battle. However, over here, some greatswords of Appelez managed to sneak by and is pushing forward pretty handily. And these gunners are doing what they can to stop them, who are chasing these silver bullets. Ooh, Boris gets a nice hit. Finally paying off on that lovely Griffin. That cannon is really doing some nice damage against these demis.
Moving faster. Take position.
In the meantime, these silver bullets who are alive are going to pay dividends in the late game. It's going to be able to eradicate these small units that are left. Poor Jade Wizard, who somehow is like 7 feet tall. Destroy this poor flagellant guy. Oh, and there he goes. Over here, looks like the flagellants are fighting Riggsen's gunners. But again, with Riggsen having so many gunners, I'm going to put the advantage to him. Actually, no, yes. Appelez has a lot of infantry left, and the Free Company came back. Excuse me. Uh-oh, here comes some demis. He really needs to just open fire. Can he take him out? Can he rout them? And he does. He shatters these poor demis. They will not be coming back. He really needs to also open fire these greatswords because they might come back. But he will just take out the shattered demis. Here comes the leadership of Appelez coming to silence these gunners. If he has, oh, and he gets netted just feet in front of the gunners. Just turn around and open fire for the general. And he will be doing that with the crossfire of those handgunners. If this general goes down, Riggsen will win. Unfortunately, the general has a shield and really high armor. And with this low unit counts, I'm not sure if he'll be able to kill him, just damage him. In the meantime, the rest of Riggsen's army is very depleted. This is going to be a very close battle. A lot of it's going to be determined by how much this general can survive. A net goes down, funnily enough, which I guess will stop them from running away. but it was going to hurt some blood for those guys damage. But here comes Boris Todbringer wanting to destroy that enemy general. Charge? Nope, he will miss. How much health does Boris have left? Quite a bit. Straight into that net. However, Boris, the general, is not going to have any of that. He's just going to run through. He has used his heal, however. And the battle between the Boris and the general will be a very good battle. Looks like Boris will have none of that and will pull back and just to stop the Free Company from damaging those handgunners. Handgunners should be able to defeat the Free Company. And these poor spearmen are charging through the lines into the hail gunfire as their friends will pull back.
In the sky!
So now you have to make a decision as Riggsen. Do you go for the general or do you go for the men? Looks like he's going for the general. If you can take him out quickly, this is a good choice, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to. In the meantime, this light wizard is just going to get destroyed by this other wizard.
Moving!
Light on light combat. And it looks like the general will rout, and Riggsen will in fact take the day. Good game. Good game. Woo! So yeah, these demis, the royal ones did okay, but these Hammer the Witches were really effective. But what really won the game was these gunners and these Free Company militia just not being a true gunner unit, you know? Like if this had been a regular handgunner, we would have seen a lot of a different game. Honestly, with these two similar armies, that difference may have lost in the game. Although, of course, the good micro on Riggsen's handgunners also contributed heavily.